beta, a company called StreamYard. The demise of Hangouts, I wanted to test something, and StreamYard is supposed to fairly seamlessly just replace Hangouts on air, the former Google product, which will be terminated August 1st. What I find interesting about this is I can change views. All right, up to 5 guests can join here. So you have different potential setups here. I'm just solo, of course, right now. This should be streaming directly to my live channel, and I have invited people on YouTube on Twitter to see if they can join me in this studio. It looks to me as if there are comments that can be made, and this will allow me to comment on YouTube, it would seem. And live YouTube comments automatically show up here, so I wouldn't have to go back and forth, it looks like, to and from the live stream on YouTube. The problem is that nobody's joining me. There is a link that I sent out on Twitter. And the other problem is I don't know where, I don't have a link to the YouTube stream, which is interesting. There should be one, but there isn't one. Wow, that's a little bit half-assed backwards. Let me see here what's going on. If I go into the studio and I go into videos, this ought to be interesting to see if this is in fact going off live right now. Yes, it is going up live. So I can obviously seek out where this is. And there's only a delay of about 4 seconds or so, 3 to 4 seconds on this. Note the powered by StreamYard in the upper right-hand corner of this. And I am able to chat through the StreamYard studio. This is really intriguing. This is a pay-for product. I don't know what the pricing is yet on it, but it would seem that it functions. I have 2 live viewers. I put up a link. I'm going to see if I can put up the link by inviting people here. Watch what I'm doing. If you're seeing this on YouTube, click on this link and it will bring you into the StreamYard studio with me, and I'll be able to see and talk to you. That's what they claim. They say that this works very similarly to Hangouts on Air. Note that I've put in the, it's interesting because in YouTube, I'm in essence remotely posting in the YouTube chat room is what it amounts to. I love trying these things out to see if they're viable at all. And I'm going to keep running this because I'm just going to end up eliminating it and deleting it so it won't end up on my channel in the archives. But it is certainly interesting to see. I have the ability to end the broadcast here. I have the ability to view it on YouTube if I want to do that. So I did find where that is. I do have an option to share my screen too, which is really interesting, similar to what I do on Zoom right now, which is what we are using. The only thing is I think I can only have up to 5 guests at one time on this show, whereas I can have 100 on Zoom. But I'm looking for a backup just in case something happens to Zoom. I always have to remain one step ahead. That's why I'm a cow. And not a normal person, because cows not only have multiple stomachs, as you can see, Yeah, there's Stephen Rose. Hey, Stephen, click on the link above, please. I want to see if you can get in here. Stephen's a guy who's a regular on the Moohead Radio Show. That's right, Stephen. You never know if somebody goes out of business. And I'm not suggesting that. I love Zoom. Zoom's been great to work with, but I've just seen them all come and go, and I've worked with a bunch of them, from Make TV and Mogulus, which ended up morphing into live stream and eliminating their studio options, to you name it, I've done it. And now Hangouts on Air, not so live. So Stephen, if you can click on the link above, and Stephen has done so, there is Stephen. I'm going to add Stephen to the stream, and you're there, Stephen. Hi.
Yeah, I'm here.
Wow, this is pretty slick stuff. Have you ever heard of this product before?
No, it's the first time I've ever heard of this.
I just stumbled across this, and I don't know anything about it. I think that you can change, you see the appearances of the screen.
Yeah.
So you can go side by side like that, or you can go side by side bigger. All right. Or you can just go individual, you see.
Yeah. And the cool part about it is I can still view, it's still got an option for me to view myself, even if you were to take me off of the picture. I can still see myself.
Oh, really? That's interesting to know, too.
Yeah, like a side camera on the bottom. It has I'm looking at myself right now, and I'm looking at myself right here. So even if you were to go through the camera options and say, okay, I'm going to X Stephen off, I can still see myself in camera mode, but I just won't see it on here, on the main screen, on the live screen.
That's very interesting. And I should actually be watching this, and I'm going to put this up and just knock out the audio on this and see if we can see, if I can see you in real time on here.
Oh, Mr. Wood, I don't know, your past shows, I've tried to get on some of them. The last 4 or 5, I haven't made them, but there were a couple of times I wanted to go on, but you haven't been posting your link at the bottom of the description like you usually do.
The link always remains the same with Zoom. It's always the same link 100% of the time. And I'm watching in real time, and all these things are happening on YouTube. When I was changing the ratios of the camera, it's really intriguing. There is a delay. There is a delay on this, obviously, because I would say it's probably about. Hold on. I guess. Go ahead. All right. So it's
probably about a 7 to 10 second delay. No, okay. 5 to 7 second delay. I'm looking at it right now because when you did the arm motion, I looked right at the computer, and then about 6 to 7 seconds later, saw the arm motion.
Great. Okay, so we know what the latency factor is. Now, the other thing that there is one thing I really like about this, and if people are typing into the YouTube chat room, I see it here in the StreamYard studio. And that way I don't have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Anyone who's trying to say something, I can see them chatting in real time. So that's kind of cool, It says I can share my screen too.
I counted the Mississippi from when you pointed the finger up. There's an 8-second delay.
8 seconds, good.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. It's 8 seconds.
Now, share screen is easiest with 2 monitors. That's kind of a deal killer right there. Let's see what it does if I share the screen with 1 monitor. I'm going to, let me see if I can, I'm going to put up this. Okay, I'm going to, let's see. Yep, I'm going to share that, share this, and
wow.
Bam, go like that. Now, what happened here? I want to go back now into StreamYard. What are you seeing right now, Stephen?
I'm looking at the Facebook Live RTMP. It looks like a screen of some sort, like you're going to play something. And you got 8 or 9 links open right now. Your email says 42 unread or 78 unread, 42 something, and then I love you, Island USA, Pug. Like, it gives you the option to view. I can view the same thing you're viewing from your computer.
Yep, very good. And that's the link I put up on Twitter that the people could.
What I like about this feature here, Mr. Moohead, is you can play something that happened during the week of the NFL, and you can not only get the viewer audience to watch to give a live reaction of something that might have took place. If we're reviewing highlights or reviewing certain things, certain coaches said, or this is that, small clips, we can actually see it right there and view it and review it right there.
Yeah, here's one that I'm curious about, and I want to just do this just for the sake of doing it. No, I don't want to do that. All right, I'm just going into YouTube. I want to share something. Let's put Larry Holmes and Jerry Cooney up. And that's going to end up, this ought to be quite interesting. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can just go ahead and share my screen and share screen. I got to, right, and go ahead and share, and then I'll just flick it over to here.
Oh, there's the Pacquiao. I think that's not Pacquiao. That's what is that?
Can you hear audio from the video or just me?
Well, let me see if let me turn on live and see if I can hear it.
Can you hear audio from the video or just me?
No, I think it's just you. If it's on play and you got the volume up, I can only see it visually.
All right. I just wanted to see what, and I'm going to stop sharing that. All right. So it said in some instances you could play audio, but obviously not in this instance. That's all right.
Well, it has some pros and cons as comparable to Zoom.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider this really comparable to Hangouts on Air Live. I mean, it is. The thing is, though, is that there is a limit, and I'm going to go over to StreamYard's site, and I want to see what they're charging for this. I'm just, I'm just always curious.
I know it only lets 5 in the room. Is that you and 5 others, or is that just 5 people, including you?
That's what I do not know.
Let's assume it's only up to 5 people. Like, what you could do is, if you were to use this as a fail-safe, you can use this during post-Cleveland Brown games. So that way, if anybody wants to talk Browns football or about the football game, only bring the people on here that are going to talk. Bring the 5 people that have something to say about the game.
All right, here we go.
Just tell them that they can't be on that particular hangout.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. So free StreamYard branding in your streams, broadcast limits. The broadcast limits. Okay, currently broadcasters are not limited. They're in beta. Limits may be introduced at a future date. Then there's that's free. Then there's $20 a month. No StreamYard branding in your streams. Unlimited broadcasts. Okay. Custom logo, custom overlays, custom backgrounds, connect to restream.io. I don't understand what that means. And then there's professional, which priority customer support. So it doesn't look like you can add any more that have a total of 5 people on here.
Okay.
If
it gives me the option to share a screen as well.
Yeah, I'm not. Because when I was in the studio and clicked on this, it said that I was only allowed to have 5. So, it's one of these things that is a really nifty backup, because you've seen what happens. I mean, Hangouts Live on Air went away faster than a 92-year-old man's erection. I mean,
Is Live Hangout from Google officially gone, or is it still up?
August 1. In 2 days, they're pulling the rug out from under everyone's feet without a fucking replacement product.
Is there a reason why they're doing this? Like, what is they want you to buy it? Is that what it is? They want you to buy that service?
There's nothing to buy. I mean, the thing is, they want to kill multi-stream live stuff. I mean, they're recommending just use your webcam for a talking head show. I mean, they're not.
But in my opinion, I think that's what brought YouTubers together to collaborate, and that's what made shows better when you have a panel.
You're not going to get an argument from me. I mean, yeah, the whole idea was to be able to do a podcast with multiple input from people. I think maybe it's they don't want to put multiple streams up there, and they're trying to save some money. And so, what they're going to do maybe is at a future date. Google Hangouts Meet, which is currently part of the G Suite on Google, they may end up charging money, but they're going to be too little too late. Companies like StreamYard here, they're actually had put things up. They said, live Hangouts on air ending August 1st, try StreamYard. And it's like, good for you, folks. Good for you. If for no other reason alone, it's a startup company, obviously, that is in beta right now, and they may survive, they may not survive.
I could see Google possibly or YouTube possibly bring it. Well, we'll bring the service back for a small price of $8.99 a month or some crap like that, like a Netflix thing,
Wait a sec. Brian's here.
Okay. Next question.
Yep.
Did you buzz me in? Did you buzz me in? Because it gave me the option to join the Hangout. Did you have to buzz me in or accept it?
I saw a ghosted image of you appear at the bottom of my screen, and it just said, click to add to stream.
Oh, okay. So it's just like Zoom that you have to buzz us in. Okay, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. So, I'm telling Brian to click on the link that I put in above.
I guess I kind of liked these settings, because if you have a regular Google setting from YouTube, any troll can just jump in and start talking shit or trying to troll you. So you have personal oversee on who you bring on the show. So I like that, Yeah,
the thing I like about this is that I'm typing all of this in on StreamYard Studio, and it's going directly into the chat room in YouTube. I think that is a really nice, transparent kind of thing.
I also don't see any lagging going on. I don't sense any lagging on this either.
No, you and I are communicating really on, as far as latency is concerned between us, it's non-existent. We're having a regular conversation, so that's good. I guess what it boils down to is, if something were to happen and there would be technical difficulties with Zoom, I could always jump on this, and this costs about half of what Zoom costs. But Zoom, of course, is real professional. There's Brian the horse. I'm going to add him to the stream. He just, you there, Brian?
Yeah, hold on. I got to mute the there. I had to mute the YouTube. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, this is really interesting, Brian. I just discovered this product, and it's a beta product, and it's
which is right up Steven's alley.
Yeah, this is not shabby. I mean, so there I become the big figure, and then you guys are the side. I can adjust to this a little bit. There is something more Zoom-esque as far as the
Troika.
Yeah.
So you have that, and then you have everybody all at once. There's a gallery view, so it's interesting stuff. Anyone who's jumping in right now, watching this on YouTube, click the link that's right there in the chat room beside you. You can get into this. It's that easy. You click on that, and I see you come in. I accept you, and you're on the air. It can't get any easier. The problem is, I would love to try to put the sixth person in and see what this thing does.
Yeah, I mean, if we could at least do 6, that would be. I mean, I guess 5 is fine, but if you
it only can do 5. I want to push it above the level it can go and see if it spits someone out, or if it just says you can't do that. I'm curious.
Or it doesn't give you the option to buzz anyone in, like, reach maximum capacity or something like that.
Yeah, it'll probably flash an error message saying you're
Like one person would have to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, one person would have to split. Yeah, that would be my thought. I see Brittany's down there too. So
come on in, Brittany. Jump on in. Come on in. We can roast you.
Oh, there's Brittany. She jumped in. Wait a sec. Add to stream. All right. Hey, Brittany, how you doing, kiddo? Yeah, we're recreating the live Hangouts on air thing. Yeah. So yeah, what we're doing.
Hey, Brittany, you know what's cool? Look on your option on your computer. Are you on your computer or your phone?
Phone.
Okay. Does it give you the option to share screen and all that? Like stop cam, mute, settings, share screen, leave studio?
No, it says audio, video, flip, and chat, and leave, and that's it.
Oh, okay. So I guess you can't share a screen because you're on your phone. So okay. What about you, Brian?
Brian decided to go away. I don't know where Brian went.
Yeah, and all on share screen.
Yeah, so we can actually share too.
Yeah, this is. I think it's. I just wish we had more people. Yeah, I can hear you fine, Brian. Everything's good. But we have fewer and fewer people.
Hold
watching
on,
YouTube.
Let me go get my headset.
All right.
Okay. Hey, does it give you the power to like mute people or kick people off, kind of like Zoom did?
I do have the ability to mute your mic like that, so nobody can fucking hear you. But like that. But as far as your camera, it says stop cam, but I can't stop. I think that would stop my cam, right? I don't think it would. Let me hit stop cam and see what happens. Yep. See what it would do. It stops my cam, but it doesn't do anything to you. You will live to tell about it.
So it's like hiding an avatar, like where you can have the option to show you or not to show you.
I can remove you from the stream.
Okay.
All right. So I see that, but it doesn't give me. So I can either bounce you, or I can mute you. And then if you start taking your clothes off and whipping your dick out, I can remove you. So that's pretty much the way that is. And that's what Brittany's here waiting for, the whipping out of the dick.
Okay, so if I put on Brittany's dress, will you kick me out of the room?
Oh, God, I would throw up in my mouth. Are you kidding me? My goodness. I mean, you would look worse than Maude Frickard. You'd look worse than Jonathan Winters in a goddamn dress. Come on, that's not a good thing.
Don't worry, Mr. Pitt. I'll do the whole nine. I'll put the wig on and everything. Don't worry, I'll pass.
God, I'm so glad for you. This is really interesting that there's only 2 people watching, and I really want to.
We need at least 2 more people to sign on, or 1 more person, and then another one try to attempt to see if we can get that 6.
It would sure be nice. I'm gonna go back to invite, copy the clipboard, and I'm going to go back to Twitter and. Testing a new beta. Please click on this link to help us. All right. There we go. I just kicked that out.
Hey, Mr.
I don't know.
I had a question in regard to this upcoming season. Is there anything new you're going to add to your style, or is there anything new you want to do during your shows, or do you just want to keep it just the same format? Mondays, Fridays, post game, halftime report. Halftime.
Yeah. Except the big thing is that I'm doing all preseason games. We're starting this next Thursday. on the 8th. We're going to start with this, and so every preseason game we'll be doing a halftime and post-game show.
Okay, I guess what I really wanted to ask you was, before you started inviting other people on, which I understand sometimes it's good to have a full panel, but to go retro Moohead, sometimes I enjoy your old videos where it's just you on there. That way there's no outside influence. It's just Moohead's opinion.
Yeah, well, then you're going to love the halftime shows. Yeah, well, that's going to be the halftime shows because there isn't time to bring people in. Halftime, I got 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes, I got to say it all. If they're sucking big turds, man, I've got to say it. You know, if they're playing great, I got to say it. Post game could become very emotional, but it isn't going to be regular panelists. I'm trying to open this up to everybody, which means we're going to, instead of having panelists, we're going to have attendees, and people will come and go. And what will happen is an attendee can come into the room. I was talking to Zoom support yesterday, and what they said to me was that when you remove somebody, they cannot come back in until the next. If I stop the webinar and started a new one, they could come back. So what I have in a post-game show is the ability to bring, you know, up to 100 people on the air at one time. But when they're done asking their question or making their comment saying, oh my God, Baker Mayfield's great, you know, you remove them and then another person checks in. You know, it's like a phone. You can hang up on somebody and bring somebody else in. And
so it's like if somebody wanted to call in with a question, you can actually hear them visually ask the question instead of just typing it in. That makes the more show feel real. And then
And what they do is if they download the Zoom app, what would happen is they would jump in and they would get, you know, I would enable them to speak. They would say what they'd have to say. And I say, hey, thanks for calling. Bye-bye, and remove them. And then other people would, you know, and I'd be constantly allowing people to talk. That way there'd be interaction. Instead of interaction with the same panelists, there'd be interaction with literally people calling in.
And the panelists can also respond to the people calling in too. You could say what you have to say, and then if somebody wants to chime in, then they can say something and then go.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in a post-game show setting, the thing is this. You know, I have yet to discover what I want to do as far as panelists. For the regular show, panelists are great. For a post-game show, it is a very emotional thing. And what usually happens is I fly solo on post-game shows, but I want to bring more fans into the mix. Now, our regular panelists can call in, okay? I got no problem with that. But then we come back the next day on Monday, and we do a regular Moohead show about what happened in the game yesterday, but looking at it through clearer eyes, not through beer goggles, you know?
Okay, so in other words, so like for a Cleveland post-game show, it would be, well, ideal to have Cleveland Browns fans on the panel.
Yeah. I mean, just call it. Think of it like a call-in radio show. It's like, so what did you guys think of what the Browns look like today? You know, just go ahead and, you know, this is the link and download the Zoom app and you'll be right in. You know, if I were doing it here, what I would be doing with StreamYard is I would be doing the same thing, saying, here's the link, and, you know, and I would be removing people. So in other words, a person would come in and say, God, we rock, man, we kicked their ass. You know, I go, hey, where are you calling from? I'm calling from Elyria, man. It was fucking great. I can't believe that catch that Njoku made. And then I would let him say what he has to say. And I go, hey, thanks a lot for calling. Say hi to Elyria for me. Bung, you know, and I remove them. That way, we can only have 5 in here at one time. But you see, in this way, I can keep eliminating people, so we never have too many, you see.
Yeah, and then if somebody calls in, they could say, you know, something like, well, the critics, if someone like, I have a question. Can Jimmy Haslam still run the team from prison?
Yeah. But, you know, I think it's interesting. You know, with Zoom, I can have 100 people on the air at one time, but I don't want to do that. I want to have individual people calling in. There will be people like on hold, you know, just like you would be on a telephone. I can only talk to, you know, one at a time. We can't have mass chaos on the air. but I can make it quick with each caller and say, hey, say what you want to say, tell us where you're calling from, what do you have to say? Then I'll say, hey, thanks a lot, man. And then I'll just go to the next person. And, I think that it involves more fans. The other thing is, as Brian's proving right now, you don't have to say who you are. You don't have to show your picture in order to do that.
Hey,
You can.
Jim's on here. Jim's on here. Hey, Jim, buzz in, man, because we got to see if it'll let a 6th person on.
Well, we have 5 only. We only have 4. He'll be the 5th.
Jim, he's in here right now.
He's
in the chat room. Yeah, I'm telling him the chat room. And he can just come on for a second,
Yeah. Then if we can pull the 6th person, that's what I really want to see.
Yeah.
Because, look, it's an expensive venture. Michelle, holy cannoli. Check this out. Hey,
Michelle?
baby doll. Hey, baby doll.
Whoa.
Look at you. God, how much weight have you lost, kid?
I know, right?
God damn. What's happening to you?
How are you?
Good. God, it's been so damn long. God, you just found this on Twitter, huh?
Yeah, I saw your little tweet that, hey, click on the link and help us out. And I said, hey, fuck it. I'm going to click on it.
There you go.
Michelle, man, you lost some weight.
So I got to add Brittany back to the stream. So this is what we have now are 5 people. If we can get Hammer to click on this, that would be the 6th person.
Yeah, and then we'll see if it will allow up to 5, meaning you and 5 others, or if it just meant 5 people. We'll find out.
We gonna find out.
Maybe there's a way if they let us pay for the service to go up to 9 or 10, and everybody chips in $2, then we can just do that.
Yeah. Now Brian is saying, hold on a second.
Know that you're made of money.
Say what, Michelle?
Does he not know that you're made of money?
No, nobody knows that. That's a secret.
Well, we're retired at 42. Mr. Moohead's sitting on some bread. I know that.
A couple croutons. Just a couple of.
Mr. Moohead, the minute you said you retired at 42, I'm like, yeah, no one retires at 42, and they ain't sitting on.
No,
nothing.
I said I became retarded at 42. You just misunderstood.
Retired.
Now, Michelle, are you doing this on your phone?
Yeah, can you tell?
No, I can see you're moving, but it's really cool because actually the video was good and the audio was good. Why is Brian saying 4 people overwhelms the system? We have 5 on right now. I don't know what Brian is experiencing, but you might be having a problem with your all-in-one, Brian.
Might keep up. Keep
up.
up.
Okay. It's. Oh, I got it because of RAM deficiency.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably a video RAM thing. Yeah, I'm trying to get
Jim's on right now.
I don't. I don't have.
Yeah, I want you to stay with me, Brian, even though you're breaking up. Stay with us because we're trying to get Hammer. Hammer left the damn broadcast, damn it.
I don't have a video card, so I can't keep up with you guys.
Yeah. So that's so tell me, Michelle, what's been going on? What's been happening with you?
So much craziness. Junior just started 4th grade.
Oh wow, there is
a
Michelle. So
I know.
Right?
And yeah, I've all the quiet time that I've been kind of not talking, I've been trying to figure out what to do with myself, and it's been really intense. I've got a lot of, it's fun, but yeah, it's totally different. And you know what I even said yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, I did a live, and I wanted to thank you for giving me, the confidence to be able to put myself on a broadcast and do that, because I'm going to be able to bring my gifts out to the public soon, and it's really exciting. So
you're going to do what?
My gifts.
What are you doing?
I do tarot readings and oracle.
What?
Readings. Yeah.
What else? Tarot readings and what else?
Oracles. I have people have mediumship, like their loved ones will come to them while we're having a session. So
Wow.
yeah.
Holy moly! I mean, this is you've had like kind of a spiritual reawakening.
Very much so. I know.
No wonder you've stayed away from me.
Brittany does tarot reading too.
Crazy, huh? It's been weird, wild, but it's been really cool.
Everything okay with Junior?
Yeah, he's awesome. Everybody's good. Everybody's happy, healthy. Everybody's,
That's wonderful.
can't complain.
How much does a tarot reading charge? Like it costs to do one?
Well, it depends on what you want to know.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you have like a basic yes or no question, that's one thing. But if you really want to know something, we can get into a lot of details. And I've been studying astrology and divination, all sorts of things, so that I can better serve people to get to the root of what it is that they're looking for. Because tarot is all about direction. It's not about answers.
I have a name for your business, Michelle.
Yeah, what is it?
Up Your Astrology. What do you think?
I love it. I think that should be our new show.
Michelle, this is the first time I heard your voice since August of last year.
It's been a while.
It has been. Are you ever going to come back onto the show? I'm just curious.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I would love to talk football. I've dedicated myself to the Padres because I don't have the patience for the Indians. And honestly, until they get renamed, I'm not gonna put their shit in my house. I'm not gonna use the name. It's a thing that I've come to terms with because
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
yeah, one of my teachers is an indigenous Black woman, and the more I thought about it and the more I saw, that thing is a goddamn Sambo. It's a fucking Sambo. It's inappropriate and it's gotta go.
Well, they're phasing that out. They say they're phasing it out
They
anyway.
should be. Until it's the Cleveland Buckeyes, then you know what? We're not gonna watch. We don't.
What
have
about the Cleveland Spiders?
Spiders would be cool too, but I think
I like that. I like their old logos.
I like the Buckeyes logo.
Yeah.
I love that. You guys say hi to Ricky.
How about the Cleveland low payrollers?
There you go.
Yeah.
The cheap
Do you do tarot readings on Facebook?
I'm not on Facebook, but
Twitter?
I did some live on Twitter yesterday, and I am gonna do some more. Let's see, today's Tuesday, right? So I'm gonna do some more tomorrow, and then possibly Friday. But I
So
can
it's just Twitter you have.
do one for you if you have a specific question. We can do one. We can figure out how many cards you need, or we can make a plan for you. Whatever you need, let me know.
That's pretty cool. So you only have just Twitter and that's it.
Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, cool. I have Instagram. What's your Instagram?
It's Sun-Kissed Moon Goddess with underscores and a period. So sun_kissed moon_goddess 13.
I have a photographic memory of.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Now, let me ask you this, Michelle. 'Cause this is kind of a reunion. Michelle and I haven't spoken in quite a while. I could see that you were going through some shit, because I was reading your all the stuff you were posting on Facebook and all and on Twitter, and I naturally kind of gravitate away.
I don't blame you. That was some bullshit.
Well, I mean, hey, look, we all go through things. God only knows.
You're going through some shit too.
Let me tell you, I'm 7 months post knee replacement, and I'm back playing tennis. I mean, I'm playing tennis twice a week, and everything is fine. But boy, you couldn't.
My dear, that's fucking fabulous. I love it.
Yeah, well, so do I. But I mean, it wasn't that easy. But I'll tell you, it was easier after the surgery than it was when we spoke before. Because before, the fear factor is so tremendous of something when you haven't had major surgery before,
And plus the factor of living with pain and having that pain body rule your life is so intense.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how is your health? I mean, everything since the surgery and all.
So I'm at a $119, $125 fluctuation. Very healthy, eating, drinking, everything. the other day I had the wildest thing. I had like this like pain in my foot, this cramp in my foot where the paralysis had been.
Wow.
And I thought, oh my God, I'm throwing a clot. I'm going to die. This is it. This is
Oh,
it.
God, no.
You know, you could see it pulsing up my leg. You could see the thickness in the veins. And I thought,
Oh,
well,
shit.
here it is. And after it settled down, I had feeling in my leg for the first time in 4 years. And so all of the nerve damage that had been permanent, supposedly, all of a sudden I could feel my foot. I wiggled my toe. I can wiggle my toes.
Oh my God, because nerves can be regenerated, and that's probably what happened to you.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, well, it's good. It's good crazy though.
I know. I'm wiggling my toes for the first time in almost 5 years. I can't even believe it. So I mean, all sorts of wild things are happening, and it's all like. It's all part of the spiritual healing and physical healing, emotional healing, because, when you look at yourself like a victim, then you allow things to attack you. And my whole body was attacking me for years. And, I was a victim of my own circumstance and my own this and everything. I was looking for excuses, and I was looking for all sorts of reasons to say, well, it's not my fault I'm fat, or it's not my fault that I'm unhealthy, or it's not my fault that I'm in so much pain. But really, it was all controllable, and I'm not on any medications. I'm not on anything, and I'm in a really good spot. I know, it's crazy, right?
No, that's really good. And what we're doing now, this is a test for a product called StreamYard. Google Hangouts is no longer as of 2 days from now. So yeah, they dumped on everybody. But I'm utilizing a product called Zoom. So what you would need to do is
I have Zoom. I take classes on Zoom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So you have the app. I post the link. Well, the link is always the same. Hold on a minute here. I might be able to put the link into. Let me pull up. Let me do this. All right, if I go like this, I just don't want to screw up everything. All right, I'm going to go right into webinars, and the show musical interlude. All right. All right.
On to some Broadway.
Yeah, there you go. And this, Michelle, is the if you're looking at, do you see the chat?
I don't see a chat. Wait, let me click on it. I see it.
See the zoom.us link?
No, all I see is one message from Brittany.
All right, that's the. I guess there's a personal chat. You'd have to look at this on YouTube. Do you see, Stephen? Do you see a chat room on yours?
Mute, stop cam, settings, share screen, leave studio.
No. Is there a chat room on the side of your screen on your laptop? No.
Yeah,
I mean a public chat. Public chat.
Only if I keep the option open for Facebook. I mean YouTube. If I have the YouTube link, I have the link for YouTube.
And how are you chatting? Where is the chat feature, the private chat on here?
It's on the right hand of the screen. It says private chat. If I'm looking for my laptop. See,
I got you. Okay, good. Here's the link, Michelle, and copy this link. It's always the same for every Monday and Friday show, and we have panelists. We got about 5-6 panelists. And we would love to have you jump in when you have the chance. You don't have to do it every time, but we'd love to have you,
Man, Michelle, we've been asking about you from time to time.
Oh, there isn't a week that goes by. People mention, and it's like, and I like to give people space, but, hey, while we got you on here, I would love to have you on Mondays and Fridays. It's always 6 o'clock, would be 3 o'clock your time. And I know you got mom stuff going on, but still,
well, I actually, I'm not on the PTA board this year. I'm protecting my energy. I'm not saying yes to everything this year. So I'm actually in a really good spot where I have the space and I'm creating my own destiny. I'm not doing things that people think I should do, or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, or what I'm told I should do. I'm doing what I want to do and what makes me happy.
Good.
And so I would absolutely love to be part of the show again, because
Please. I mean, and that's the beauty of it. I mean, we just jumped on Zoom because we can have 100 people on at one time.
I mean,
there's no limits to what we can do, and we love to have. We're assembling a crew of people who come and go. There's no gun to anybody's head, and it's just fun stuff. And we'd love to have you for sure.
I love it, and I would absolutely be excited because I'm like, my God, we finally have something to talk about for the Browns. We finally have something for God's sake, Mark, we finally.
For God's sake, it's been a long time since I've done Ironside. Mark, would you push my wheelchair, please, Mark? This is old school.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, it's old school Moohead. Nothing beats old school Moohead. Well, this has been a thrill, and of all the people in the world, I never expected to see it would be you, and I'm so happy that I'm seeing it. That's really cool. And I've been doing this now. This has been a 46-minute test. I got to get off here, but
what'd you say your Instagram was? It was son_what?
Are you on Twitter?
No, I just have Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
Let me type it in just real quick. Sorry.
Yeah, put it right into the private chat.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Perfect. I'll follow you.
Okay, cool.
Yay. Synchronicity. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean,
this is Moo.
hanging in. Her mother just passed away. Yeah, her mom passed away in the Philippines, so she's been off and away there, and it's kind of a tough situation. So she was 96 years old.
It's mine's just Steve Rose _22. Steve Rose _22, like STEVEROSE _22. That's my Instagram.
Got it.
All right, cool. All right, I got to get the hell out of here. So I can do other things. Michelle, thanks. Brittany and Jupiter, thanks. Stephen, thanks. Everybody, and yeah, I think this is a pretty cool product. So a nice test. All right. So take it easy, everybody. I'm going to end the broadcast, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.